2016, we bought a boat we aptly called Mood Swings, primarily as a platform to film our online fishing courses and to travel to remote fishing destinations. Our latest journey heading south was plagued by mechanical issues, but not to be deterred, we decided to head north after the repairs and put up with the challenges associated with monsoonal weather. Hi, I'm Ryan Moody, this is my wife Karen, our two sea dogs, me mate Maxie, and our fishing weapon, the blue boat. Join us on our northern adventure as we have a few dramas, see some amazing locations and catch some great fish, heading north to Lizard Island and beyond. It's our last night at Lizard. We've been in Blue Lagoon for a couple of days. We stretched our legs this morning, had a good look around Palfrey Island and all this region in here. So we're going to leave now. We're going to head down to a nice little reef and have a snorkel. We saw some really good coral there on the way up and aim for a good anchorage at 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗧 tonight. We've got northwesterlies in a few days time, so we want to head down towards some better anchorages for those conditions. So still a few storms and showers about, but generally the weather's backed off during that 10-12 knots and the sun's finally come out. So that's a bonus. Righto, let's get underway. No, we've actually decided to just change anchorage tonight. We're about 4 miles short of the place we want to go snorkeling. We're here again at south direction of the island. We did go past here on our way up, but we were anchored on the other side, hiding from the big northwesters. This time we're hiding from the south and the east. So this is the best anchorage. It's nice, big, sandy, shallow lagoon. It's really, really good. So tomorrow morning we're going to continue on, have a swim. Really bit stuffed today, that big day out. Well, it wasn't a big day, we only spent a couple of hours out in that sun yesterday fishing. Yeah, we were stuffed last night. I'm still stuffed now, so we're just going to have a little veggie out the 𝗬𝗣 and we'll continue on tomorrow. We've also got this really high upper level cloud and it's blocked out a lot of the sun. So going into Rocky Isles, there's a few bommies out the front I want to mark because I haven't actually anchored there. I've always driven past Rocky Isles, but originally we're going to anchor there. To explore somewhere new, but we'll call them there tomorrow after we go for a swim. So that's the plan. Veggie out afternoon and we'll continue on tomorrow. Yeah, is that heading towards us? Because I can't pick it up on my radar. I've got all the islands, I've got my rain clutter up. The radar is not picking up the front for some reason. So it's coming from the northwest straight at us. All right. Thanks for that. I'll be in touch. We're about to move anchor. Alright, see ya. Well, Karen and I decided to have a little nap after we got in here. Had a bit of a southerly blowing, nice conditions. We woke up, all of a sudden the boat's facing the opposite direction and it's getting choppy. And this is probably why. So quick, things can change. So anyway, we've got to up anchor, find ourselves another anchorage and get ourselves out of harm's way. So I love the monsoon season. Righto. Alright, let's get the tender at the back now and jump around the other side of the island into the protection.
Come on, there we go.
Right, stuck around that little cleat. Bad decky. If you had a good decky, baby, you'd be dangerous.
Tell me about it.
Oh, radar's marking it now.
Quick call to Ian, and he quickly had a look on his phone. He's like, yeah, he's heading straight at you. So we'll hide around the back of this island, yeah?
Yeah.
Then will we have to move back around the front here? You know.
Probably.
Once the prevailing winds start again.
Let's just get around the other side first. We'll worry about it later.
Oh wow, Lizard Island has completely disappeared. It's just North Direction Island over there. Lizard is now gone.
We nicknamed Blizzard Island when we were there, and yeah, nothing much has changed. So now we're around the other side of the island. Do you want to anchor here, or do you just want to wait?
Just wait for a minute. Just turn around and face into it.
Because we got caught once before with a big storm, and we were actually already anchored, and we got smashed. Had we known, we would have just driven slowly into it. But it was like a Category 1 cyclone storm.
67 knots.
Yeah, 67 knots. So it was pretty impressive. But we just had to suck it up, didn't we? But we've got a bit more warning with this one, so maybe you won't quite anchor just yet.
My brother told me that it's a rather large front, and there's also another one coming straight behind it. So.
A bit nasty.
Interesting night.
So when there's a big storm coming, he just battened down the hatches and actually shut all the, lock the hatches, because otherwise the rain comes through. So the next thing we do is put everything in the sink, anything, shut all cupboards, and put everything in the cupboards, lock all the fridges, and hang on.
Time to ditch the hat. We just had a couple of 40-knot gusts. It's just backed off momentarily, but the rain still hasn't hit us.
And there it is.
Slow,
it's not that bad.
Slow moving though. Yeah, but the further you get away from the radar, the less density. Okay, from the nearest radar, and we're right in that area. I mean, red showing somewhere else could show as bloody just yellow up here. So it's not that, it's the size of the front and the speed that it's moving.
So at the moment, you're just keeping us
straight.
Oh, honey, should we be fishing?
Oh, green zone.
You bad ex-Marine Park Ranger, you.
Oops.
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 This is the real boss of the boat, actually.
I know.
Gets carted around everywhere. Has to be lifted up so it can see over the side. When it sees land, it wants to see. So bossy, but we love you.
Well, I'm glad I didn't go into Rocky Isles now. Otherwise, would be Rocky Isles.
We'll be rocking the house,
You're
baby.
rocking our ass off all night. Anyway.
What time is it?
I don't care.
And we didn't go snorkeling. Lucky we chose to pike out because we were tired. And
From
it's
yesterday.
like, you know what? We'll just settle in here for the night, have a nanny nap, and otherwise we would have been snorkeling, then we went travelling, we would have been right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I know. We were going to go to the outer reef.
We were.
All because of the forecast.
Yeah, and then Ryan's like,
Said,
oh,
no, I don't
fishing.
think so. Something's not going on. Something's not right here.
Those other guys did.
You can see
In
that
that
massive
small
white
boat.
cloud band up high in the distance just past Lizard this morning, and it slowly crept during the day, and that's what all this is.
I hope those guys in that smaller boat.
Yeah, I hope they got back okay.
Yeah, I
But
hope they got back okay.
they should be in Watson's Bay by now, I'd say. So, Blue Lagoon.
Tonight. Anyway, I'm sure we'll hear the stories.
Yeah.
So, this is our afternoons. Downloading the footage,
Dodging storms.
dodging storms, cooking some dinner, moving the wet washing, and listening to some tunes.
Hi guys, Ryan here. I'm stoked you're here on our YouTube channel and really hope you're enjoying the video. We'd love to hear from our viewers, so feel free to leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe and comment, it really helps the channel gain visibility and it helps us reach more people, which we really appreciate. Righto, let's get back to the video.
So that's what we did last night. We were a little bit concerned that we might swing too close to the shallows in the night if the wind turned around, or I was a bit concerned, Ryan wasn't. And we didn't.
Okay, time to leave our overnight anchorage. South direction, gonna head to a snorkeling spot, make our way towards Cooktown after that. Whether we get there tonight or tomorrow night, yet to be seen. We don't really care.
Except we've run out of rum.
We've run out of rum, but I'm not an alcoholic, so I can go for months without it if I need to. But it's always enjoyable to have one at the end of every day. So if we find a bit of fishing on the way, we'll pull up and have a crack at that too. But yeah, just sucking it and seeing as usual. If you're coming up this way and you haven't quite made it to Lizard and you're looking for a last minute anchorage from the northwesterlies, you can actually hug in fairly tight to South Direction Island on the southern end. There's a few spots along here where the coral is deeper all the way up to the rocks. You'll have to find that with your side imager or visually look along there. And you can go out and drop your anchor in like 13 meters in good sand and be able to put out 50 meters of chain and still have swinging room against the island if the wind does change during the night. To come off that day, you're out in like 25 meters in coral and bits and pieces, so it's one of those last resort kind of anchorages, but it's worked for us twice now for the northwesterlies, so not that bad. The other side, the northwestern side of South Direction, is fantastic when you got your trade winds. It's an easy to get in on the southwestern corner. The coral doesn't come any higher than sort of 5 meters off the bottom, and then you're left with this massive sandy lagoon in tight against the island as well. Or you can anchor well out too, so great anchorage from the southeaster. Anyway, we're wandering off now and going to head out here and show you this secret little reef. It hasn't even got a name, so we'll have to give it. It's got beautiful coral all over it, and I'm going to take Karen there. We've got a 55-pound plus GT there on top water last week on our way up, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. I don't know. I've lost track of time. 3 weeks ago. I don't know.
We're on island time.
Yeah. What is time?
Yeah, what is time?
What really is time?
Good question.
And
who am I? What is time?
Why are we here?
That question is not Ryan normally asks himself. No. It's something that I ponder.
So we've got to give this reef a name, and we might just call it Coral Reef. All right. Snorkeling, and then maybe fishing.
Maybe.
We'll see what I can find. Okay, I'm coming into a dicey anchorage here. It's a glass off, it's glary, it's overcast. Even with the Polaroids, doesn't do much. It's the most worst conditions to find yourself coming into a dicey anchorage. There's some beautiful coral here. There's a little sand cay which is just lapping at the moment. And I'm making my way in through the bommies using my live scope. It's a forward-facing transducer. It shows you what's coming up in front of you. And so if a bommy comes to the surface or just under a meter of water or something in front of me that I'm going to hit, it's going to show up on the live scope screen. So that way I can steer around it if I need to. I'm also running a visual from a Google, it's one of our anchoring apps. It helps me see where the major bommies are, so I'm using that also to come in through the gaps. But the live scope is a great protective tool. It's a good backup. I can see some bommies there in front of me now, and a nice sandy patch just over here. So I'm going to go and drop anchor here shortly. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Depth up on live scope. Back again. See it rising up there in front of me, a little rise. Okay, making my way all the way in. Okay, and now I'm coming up to the sand. Also leave my track on, always run your track as well, so you can find your way back out. This is where live scope comes in real handy. Brilliant little tool. Okay, it's showing me I've got 4 meters in front of me, no coral. Come up into here. Okay, I can start seeing a bit better now. I've got the sun slightly behind me as I've turned. Nice little sandy patch up in here. Right, I've made it in. Whew. Thank you, LiveScope.
Like the shark skin?
Yeah, it's good. It's better than using a wetsuit.
Yeah.
When I used to dive years ago for the aquarium fish market, the old wetsuits, after a while they cut your circulation off a bit. These are so flexible and they dry out really quick. And they keep you warm.
Yeah, they keep you really warm and they dry so that when you get out of the boat and you come and no wind seems to go through them.
No. If I was diving deep, I'd probably still use a wetsuit.
Yeah.
Those days are gone, I don't really do that anymore. But for snorkeling, these are fantastic.
Keep you sun protected and stinger protected.
Looking forward to this?
Yes, you've been talking this up.
Well, it's pretty good. We've just driven across a heap and you've seen what it's like.
It's very lovely. And we got quite good vis today. When we left South Direction Island, we pulled up the anchor in 30 metres and I could see it leave the bottom.
Yeah.
So we're only in 7 metres here on the big boat and I can see the bottom obviously. But yeah, looking forward to jumping in. Ryan's a little bit of urgency. He keeps looking at the horizon, saying we need to get off the...
It's getting blacker and blacker.
It's getting blacker and blacker. We are in monsoon season. We have to be a bit careful of where we go and what we do. It's mood swings is an apt name for the boat, isn't it? It's like beautiful snorkeling, then storm, and then great fishing, glassy weather, storm.
That's it.
But yeah, no, it's good.
All right, let's have a swim.
Let's do it.
It is looking good. I mean, you never 100% know until you jump in, but yeah, that's pretty. Honey bunny. What just happened?
Fucking said insufficient storage space. Instead of clicking cancel, like my finger bumped confirm and the screen went black. And I didn't know where the hell I was.
So I jumped out of the water. He's like, go to the sand cave. And we're trying to find where it was. It was major panic stations for about 6 minutes
then.
then.
Wouldn't come home either.
In the panic, I chucked my fins on the back of the boat and I just looked over to the side, getting you off the sand cave, and one of them had fallen off the boat. Note to self, don't leave fins in the engine well when you're chasing down a drone. Don't leave very expensive fins. Wouldn't have been so bad if I'd left yours on the back. Mine are very expensive dive fins. And I think I just pulled my shoulder out too, jumping out of the boat then. Right. We've done the droning. Let's go snorkeling.
Well, I did promise Karen an awesome snorkeling spot. And was she impressed? That would be yes. This whole reef is absolutely insane. I can't wait to get back here. We couldn't spend too much time here. We did have storms coming and we wanted to make another Anchorage. Plus I did plan to do some fishing as well that afternoon, but you'll have to wait for the next episode. Join us in the next episode where we continue on our offshore adventure. In the meantime, for fishing tips, workshops and fish planner tuition, visit our free training page at ryanmoodyfishing.com. There's a link to the gear and tackle we used on this trip below the video, and to follow along here for the rest of the trip, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next episode.